Okay, everyone, so this is video number 2, and we're going to go straight ahead into one of our examples. So basically, we spoke about rounding to the nearest tens. And what does rounding mean? Rounding basically means somewhat like an estimation of something. And the best example I can think of right now, off the top of my head, is you went to the store, you bought a sweater for 20 $6, right? So someone asked you, hey, so how much did you pay for your sweater? So you want to round it to the nearest 10. So you said, well, you know you paid 26, but you can't remember the first, for example, you don't think you can remember the exact amount. So you estimated, well, I paid about roughly $30. So you're rounding to the nearest 10. You didn't give them the specific $26. You just said, well, it was about $30. So you're using the 10. So you're either going to be using 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So for me, recently I can say I purchased a sweater for about say about $18, right? I would say, well, I paid about roughly about $20 for the sweater. I didn't say I paid $18. I rounded it. I estimated it and said that I paid $20. But that might sound confusing now, so I'm going to go through and explain to you some more what that looks like. So always remember we're counting, but we're rounding to the nearest tens. So your understanding of place value of what you already know about digit values or where they are on the place value chart will help you. So the number that I'm going to be working with is the number 28. Let's do 28. I'll try my best to record and write at the same time. Right? So immediately, this is an easy number. You already know which digit is in the tens place since we're rounding to the nearest tens. That's when your place value skills will come in. Which one of these digits is in the tens place? Is it the 8 or is it the 2? And immediately you know, if you imagine your place value chart in your brain and you put those numbers in on the place value chart, immediately you will know the 2 is in the tens place. So because we're focusing on that, let's put a box around that number. And when you're working on your own, you're going to be using this as well, this skill. And in order to be able to complete video number 2, you would have had to watch video number 1 and have this diagram all written out on a notebook paper. All right, after that, you have to figure out, okay, 28, between which two tens did this fall between? You're counting by tens, which means you're skipping numbers. So instead of saying 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, just skipped all of that and just said 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Instead of saying 51, 52, 53, 54, and going all the way, you just skip all of those numbers and just count by tens. But 28 falls somewhere between these. Does it fall between 10 and 20? Does it fall between 50 and 60? But you'll know that because 28 is a smaller number than those numbers up there. So you have to figure it out. Aha! 20 is going to fall between 28 is going to fall between 20 and 30. And to check that or to verify that, count in your brain. It's okay. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 28, 29, 30. Okay, there we go. That's it. You verified in your brain, you recheck and say, okay, 28 definitely falls between 20 and 30. And when you figure that out, just go ahead and write it on the line. And I know some of you are faster at these stages, but I still want you to go through the process of doing it this way. So after you figure the two tens that it falls between, then you're going to place that on your number line. And the number line is basically lined with numbers, right? This is why I told you to put this box here. This is going to be helpful. And then 30. Then you have to figure out, where is this on the number line? This asterisk or the star, whatever you used, is very important when you're counting numbers. So you can also count by fives to help you. So 20, 25, 30. That's one way that you can do it. Or you can just count from 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Ooh, this is the middle number. 25. Continue from 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 20, 30, but then all you're doing is adding all the numbers that you missed or you skipped earlier and plugging those numbers in. The number that's in the middle, so we call it a midpoint, or the number that falls in the middle, just like if we were doing that example with Britt Lee, Love, and Ariana, and we had them lined up and we're trying to figure out which girl is in the middle, and we were able to identify which girl was in the middle because they had one girl on one side and then another girl on the other side, and there was one person smack in the middle. So pretty much 25 is smack in the middle between all of these numbers, right? So the next thing we have to decide which numbers are from 20, the middle number and above is closer to this 10. Any number below 25 that comes all the way back is going to be closer to 20. So we look here and we have to decide, where does 28 fall on the number line? So you have to find, where is 28? It's definitely not this side. But let me see if it's 25 and above, and you find, oh, there we go. There goes 28. So you can put 28 on the number line like that. Find it. There on the number line. Right? And then we're going to say, okay, this number looks like it's going to probably round up. It's round up to 30 because it's closest to any number from 20, from the middle number all the way that way. It's going to be 30. So 28 is definitely on this side of it. So it's going to round up to 30. So your answer is going to be equal to 30. So you may have estimated about the sweater. The sweater was about 28. I think I said 28 or 27, but to say for it's about 28. It's 28, but I rounded it to 30 and said, well, it's about $30. So we're rounding up to the nearest 10. So this will be your answer. That's video 1. This is video 2. I'm going to do another example and see if that makes sense. I'll do about 2 more examples.